When you look at our laws and what's permissible in the state of Illinois, we have the most liberal laws. We have to understand what's at risk right here and not to grow weary, and certainly don't get used to it. It's almost the frog in the boiling water. Well, the water's getting warm, it's getting hotter, and you don't even realize how hot it is. We cannot grow weary. If not us, then who? Who will stand up and say this is wrong? I'm not one of those people that are going to sit in the pew and wait for the rapture. Instead, we said this is unrighteous, and we're going to fight. We actually engaged in fighting Senate Bill 1564, and we've been involved for 5 years. We were granted an injunction, so we're thankful that we are serving currently under an injunction while the case is pending. They were sacrificing babies on the altar of Baal way back in the Old Testament. And then look at what happened when they tried to kill the babies when Jesus was coming. I mean, this isn't new, and it is intensely spiritual. We need to be active. We need to pursue holiness and righteousness to do what's right in the eyes of God. And we know that He says, thou shalt not kill, so we know that abortion is against the very biblical principles and foundations of the Bible. Mosaic Pregnancy Health Centers has existed for 35 years now. We've been serving women in the metro east side of St. Louis in the state of Illinois. We have 2 brick and mortar offices, one in Granite City, one in Fairview Heights. We also, in addition, have a mobile medical unit, which is a full office on wheels that we have parked right next door to Planned Parenthood. So we offer free pregnancy testing, confirmation of pregnancy. We are a limited medical facility. We have an OBGYN, 5 registered nurses that provide our excellent medical services to our patients. We do offer free ultrasounds so they're able to see their babies. We also provide parenting classes. If they do complete their 4 parenting classes, we give them at least $250 worth of brand new baby items, everything, diaper bags and strollers, anything that they need. We make sure that they have that so they can begin their parenting with a lot of great items and tools for them to be successful. We have a post-abortion program for women who have had an abortion in their past and have regretted that decision, and now they're hurting. So we have that available as well. People will ask me how I got involved in this ministry. What led me here? And I can honestly say it really all began before I ever knew the Lord. I found myself involved in what was then one of the largest abortion clinics in the Midwest. We had a newborn baby at that time. All my friends were graduating from college. My father passed away. My husband had forced me to get a divorce. And I was working in an abortion clinic 5 days a week. So all of that together was what led me to come to the end of myself. I just didn't want to live any longer. I came to the point where I waited until my husband, who was a police officer, was at work, and I took his off-duty revolver and I put it right up to my head and I pulled the trigger. And the first miracle that happened that night was that God just sovereignly prevented the gun from going off. And I reached out to my mother-in-law, went over to her house, and she introduced me to Christ. This was 3 months later. And one of the first abortions that I assisted in that morning was an abortion done on a woman who was 23 weeks pregnant. And he was just a perfectly formed little baby boy, just a little beautiful face. And in that moment, God had removed the veil, and I could see that I was killing babies. They had a flushing toilet that was mounted to the wall. And if the babies were farther along, then they would take those babies and put them right into that flushing toilet, right into the sewers of Granite City. I just was weeping over that little boy, and she just was like, Kathy, you're a professional, get yourself together. And I was just sobbing over this baby, and she took the baby and put him in the flushing toilet. And so I was devastated by that. So I walked out that day and never to return.